Some of the news outfits are saying, what we're going to do is we're going to contact Google because we don't like this.
Yeah, but why are they contacting Google? Go to the campaign and say, this is misinformation from you, campaign. This is not our headline. We're asking you to cease and desist it. You're putting our logo at the top of it as if we said it. That's wrong.
Right.
This is another example.
Can I finish, Simone? Will you just shut up for a minute and let me finish?
Pardon me, sir. You don't get to tell me to shut up on national television.
And we don't tell people to shut up on this show.
As much of a mess as that segment on Fox News was, and I'll play the end of it a little bit later in this clip, they actually went into detail about what was going on with Google Ads and how the Democrats and Kamala Harris were being deceptive. And there's a reason they're being deceptive. 70% of Democrats have no idea what Kamala Harris believes, and that's by design. And the media, of course, is hiding it. And this deception that they're doing with the Google Ads, they're going to try to defend that too. On CNN, one of the few times they talked about it, they had someone on who said, no, it's buyer beware. If you're watching the news or you're reading stuff like this, you should know. It's just a shill job for Kamala Harris. It's absolutely amazing to see these people buy into this nonsense, knowing it is completely indefensible.
During the break, in terms of, is this something that's normal? Is this something that campaigns have been using? How do you defend kind of the...
Yeah. Well, this is part of paid advertising. I mean, if you are somebody who's reading a news outlet on your phone, you'll see embedded ads come up sometimes in those stories that, on first glance, look like a story by the outlet you're reading. But if you don't, if you look at it more closely, it says sponsored content. I mean, this is something that the search engines do. It's part of the way they generate ad revenue. So there's nothing about it that is, violates their terms or is in any way unethical. I mean, this is part of the way that paid advertising works. And, you'll see it. It's certainly not just political campaigns who do it. I mean, just as I am reading things online, sometimes I'll I'll sort of double look at something because it feels like it's an authentic piece of content. And then you see it's paid. So it is incumbent on the viewer, the reader, the consumer to have a discerning eye, not just on political content, but on other ads.
Harris will carry Biden's economic record into the election after manipulation.
Which no one wants. No one wants her to carry Biden's economic record into this election. So look what they did after.
No, from their side, from their perspective. So VP Harris, economic vision, lower costs and higher wages. And even though it says it above, it's sponsored, that's an inaccurate.
The yellow.
And it's
because they're taking the logo of the publication and making it seem like that's the headline. They did it again in Reuters. This is how it originally was. Impact of Biden's economic. What are we doing?
Right there. Go to this.
All right,
one.
we're going to go to North Dakota.
Go to that last one, the one on the far right.
Wall selected as Kamala Harris VP pick for 2024 election after Harris picks Tim Walz. 250 Minnesota families win. That was never in the headline before, but they made it that way.
So then in the next one, you can see what the original article said. The impact of Biden's economic agenda may be felt long after his presidency.
Okay.
So then they changed it to say at the bottom, inflation is down. Under the Biden-Harris administration, the U.S. is winning an inflation fight.
Right. So Google says that the Trump camp is not running these kinds of sponsored advertising, but other campaigns have done it in the past. Facebook actually stopped doing this because they felt it was disinformation. Because when you look at that stuff, and what Google says is, see, it says right at the top, sponsored. You should know this is sponsored content from the campaign. But the average person, they don't read the sponsored thing. They just look for the headline. It's like, oh, inflation is down. Oh, Harris picks Tim Walz. And so it is deceptive. And so, for instance, some of the news outfits are saying, what we're going to do is we're going to contact Google because we don't like this.
Yeah, but why are they contacting Google? Go to the campaign and say, this is misinformation from you, campaign. This is not our headline. We're asking you to cease and desist it. You're putting our logo at the top of it as if we said it. That's wrong.